Okay, we've got all four of the shocks filled up now. We're going to put on the fake reservoirs. Take the little screws. You should have four of those left from the shock parts pack. Run the screws up through the fake reservoir. That then screws into the post onto that shock cap. We actually just come out a screw there. Okay. As I said, these are not real reservoirs, they're just simulated. Okay, basically there's one shock with a reservoir. Get another one here lined up. And screw that one together. Another one. Okay, another one lined up. Another one done and one left. Basically, this will then complete step number 12 of filling the shocks and installing the caps with the simulated fake reservoir bodies. Okay, once you have all of those done, back to parts tree 80018 and remove 4 more of the ball pivots or ball sockets, whatever you want to call them. Ball joint. Get those off. Those then need to be snapped into the shock caps. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's 4. Now go to parts tree. Get this out of the way here. Go to step number 13. Go to parts tree 80032. Pop off 4 of the part number 1s, which are the spring bottom retainer, and also part number 2 off of that same part tree, which is the spring. Basically what it is a separator collar from the lower spring to the upper spring. These shocks each have 2 springs on them, and they're actually a different rate. They're a red code on the short ones and a green code on the tall ones. Grab a shock, short spring, red. Put that all the way up onto the adjustable collar. Take your other collar, slide that on, grab a long spring, green color coded, slide that on. Now, take and slide up your rubber bushing, grab your bottom spring up, slide that down over the end of the shock, and voila, you have an adjustable spring. You can take and turn that nut down now and adjust how hard or how soft you want the spring rate. You can also, if you want to change the spring rate, go to a thicker oil in the shaft. Axials come with 30 weight. If you wanted, you could go 40, 45, 50, depending on the ride you want. 30 is kind of pretty much a standard. We're going to go and toss the other ones together here real quick. Another one done. And the last one. Up out of the way. Oop. You're on the right direction. And we're just going to crank these down to about the halfway point. Get them. And I'll go a little less than half. Get them so they're got a little spring to them. You play around with them, see what you prefer to drive with. If you want them real bouncy or not. Everybody's going to have their own preference. Ultimately, it'll come down to the total weight of the vehicle at the end, how big of a battery you use. You know, there's a lot of things that will vary that. Okay, so there you go. You got 4 shocks with simulated piggyback reservoirs, adjustable. These are upgradable to an aluminum body through axial, so that's something else. Another thing is there is option parts. There are different spring rates, 5 different rates for the top or bottom. These come with the red and green. The red being the shorts, which is super soft. Greens for the long, which is medium. So you're basically medium and soft.